Whew, the Patriots are making some moves. What's up, everybody? Fred Richani, TSC News. Breaking news courtesy of NFL Media. Stefon Diggs, veteran wide receiver, multi-time Pro Bowl wide receiver, formerly of the Minnesota Vikings, Buffalo Bills, and most recently the Houston Texans, has signed a massive deal with the New England Patriots. Drake Maye has a brand new #1 target, and as y'all know, or may know, the Patriots haven't been good the last couple of seasons. In the post-Tom Brady era, they made the playoffs once with Mac Jones, and after that, kind of tapered off to say the least. Jerod Mayo was one and done as a head coach. They've brought in Mike Vrabel, the former Patriot, of course also the former Tennessee Titans head coach who once led them as a head coach to the AFC Championship game. And, well, now he's back in the saddle in New England in Foxborough. A lot of pressure. A lot on the line. If you're Drake Maye, you're very happy. If you're Stefon Diggs, you got something to prove. Why? Because Stefon Diggs, unfortunately, tore his ACL about 5-6 months ago. He's still on the road to recovery. But, according to NFL Media, he signed a 3-year, $69 million max deal, which is pretty freaking awesome for him. Now, of course, at the moment, the report does not say how much guaranteed money there is. And at the end of the day, that's the most important thing for the player. Guaranteed money. Yes, in the year 2025, NFL players' contracts are still not fully guaranteed. Go figure. Take it up with the players' union. That being said, I think this can make the Patriots an interesting team in the AFC East, which may or may not be the AFC least, depending on who you ask, but there's a lot of moves being made. Of course, the Buffalo Bills look great all season. Look great in the playoffs until they got to the Chiefs. Now, they did go all the way to the AFC Championship game for the first time in a couple of years, but still lost to Patrick Mahomes. That being said, Super Bowl contender. They signed Josh Allen to a massive extension. I didn't even know he was due for an extension. They just gave him more money. Great gig if you get it. And, of course, he got an MVP award and he got engaged, so shout out to him. The New York Football Jets. They signed quarterback Justin Fields. They have a brand new head coach in Aaron Glenn, formerly of the Detroit Lions, and there's a lot of positive energy right now with the New York Jets. There's a lot of hope that Justin Fields could revitalize his career with the Jets. There were some fans that were hoping he'd stay with the Steelers. There was a lot of money left on the table, so to speak, not just financially, but perhaps opportunity-wise for the Steelers to do big things. And, well, now the Steelers are holding the bag because they don't have Justin Fields. Russell Wilson just signed with the Giants. Jameis signed with the Giants. I guess there's Aaron Rodgers, but I don't know. Stranger things have happened. Who knows? Maybe Aaron Rodgers will sign with some team in like Germany or something after smoking some hashish in a cave. But you got the Jets, who are very interesting. They've been like one quarterback away. One decent season of quarterback play away from being a potential playoff team. I'm not saying contender, but at least a potential playoff team. And they have the longest active streak of not making the playoffs. It's brutal. They haven't made the playoffs since a guy named Mark Sanchez was their quarterback, right? It's been a long time. Shout out to Sanchez. And then you have the Miami Dolphins, who I think is make or break for Mike McDaniel and Tua. And look, Tua's had a lot of injuries, particularly with his head, with the concussions, and some of it is just like an act of God and crap happens. Other times he hasn't been able to really protect himself properly. I think this is make or break for this existing Miami Dolphins team. Now, there might be a lot of fans that say, you know what? Let's blow up the team, start all over, let's do a fresh rebuild. But I'm sure for the players in the locker room and for McDaniels and his coaching staff, they're going to want to see results. So I think at the very least, that team's going to be feisty. They're going to play hard. There's going to be a lot of desperation there. And hey, in the case of the Patriots with Stefon Diggs, Bob Kraft doesn't like to lose. It's been a long time since the Patriots lost. Not since the Tom Brady era or right in the early days of the Tom Brady era, right? Before that, they were a losing team. They got Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady. Bam! They're a winning team. Even that 1 year, or those 2 years they missed the playoffs when Brady was at the helm. I think it was the year after they won their first Super Bowl. I think they still finished 9-7. And then when Brady injured his knee after the 16-1 season, or 18-1 season, excuse me, Matt Castle, as their starting quarterback, went 11-5. So it's been a long time since the Patriots have really, really felt the sting of losing and losing badly. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what they do in the draft. But I want to hear from you. Do you think signing Stefon Diggs is a great move? Let me know. Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, like, share. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more updates like this. And until next time, everybody, as always, enjoy the games and congrats to Stefon Diggs. That's a mighty bag, man.